trying to get that good beard, St. John.
I know. I'm
But
struggling
Okay,
over
good.
here.
you know I got the best one
Hi.
though.
You didn't even
Has
say it with
anybody?
confidence, Nathan.
You like it? I think ever since I cut my hair, I've gained confidence. All the depression left me after I cut my hair.
I still got it.
What?
You know,
Well,
like
well, I mean-
Samson.
I mean,
You know, like Samson had all the hair and he got stronger, but you know, if you cut it, then he was weak. It was the opposite effect, except it was emotional damage.
Emotional
Emotional
damage.
Nathan, all that weight was lifted off your shoulder. You know, you're good.
No, quite literally. I think I lost 2
All the
pounds.
guilt.
No, I weighed myself.
Man, cutting hair has lost 2 pounds. What the fuck? Wait, I ain't got no hair. I'm still a fat ass. That's gay.
Welcome to the 4th podcast, everyone. We got the pointless debate. We got a lot of different stuff to talk about today. We got, you know, our boy Colton, St. John, and Tim, who's probably playing Sun right now. But you know, we're not gonna talk about it. All right. I got a drink in my hand.
Watch Tears of the Sun in the background.
That's
Wait,
probably
can you
copyright.
zoom in?
That's interesting.
Could you zoom in a little bit? I can't see it very well.
No, guys, we're gonna get copyright infringement.
It's that 2018. It's that 2008 YouTube quality.
But
2008.
You'll find.
But
okay, no, we gotta stick.
yeah.
240p.
240p. He got on a fucking camcorder.
I missed them times though.
So recently, last Thursday night, Creed 3 came out, and now 3 of us went to go watch it. Colin did not because he's fucking lame. But other than that, I'm just kidding.
Now I'm gonna have a whole strong opinion
I know.
against Creed 3.
You can, but anyway.
First of all,
I'm
wait a
gonna make
minute. Time out. Code, you have to finish the second one first.
Actually,
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I'm halfway through.
You halfway through. Now
Alright,
you gotta
well,
rewatch.
I stopped halfway through, and that was like 6 months ago. So now I just need to restart it from the beginning.
What you mean?
So anyway, without spoiling Creed 3, I thought it was a great movie. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. There were some little nitpicks I had throughout it, but you know, I'm just really critical on movies, especially when I go pay to see them in theaters. But I really liked it. It's not my favorite boxing movie of all time. I think Cinderella Man is a better boxing movie. But what happened?
Lay's going ham on the blanket over here. like in ways that I
Here, hold on. Point your camera. Oh, no, never mind. No, I don't.
Where are you?
Wait a minute.
I just looked over and she was going ham. Holy shit.
But, no, I think it's one of the better, like, if we were to put on a scale of, like, in the middle, we have, like, maybe, like, I think, like, Creed 2 is, like, in the middle, right, of, like, this huge boxing scale of boxing movies. I think Creed 3 is on the better half. It's actually probably my second favorite boxing movie, but my third favorite, like, fighting-related, like, sport movie. Warrior, I think, is better than Creed 3, but, let's say, John, Warrior's very good.
It is really good.
I'd probably give it, on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 1, only because, you know, I haven't seen it yet. And
that logic makes 0 sense, but okay.
Well, I don't want to give something 0 stars. Like, that's so stupid.
Well,
like,
you
that's
also,
kind of a kick in the guts.
you know, I'm actually gonna pull something that you and Tim had drilled into me about not watching. You're like, you can't. Your opinion is irrelevant unless you've seen it, so you don't matter.
Yeah. So you don't matter? Wait, did I say you don't matter?
No, that's not. I mean, like
your opinion is still irrelevant.
Yeah, your opinion is irrelevant, and until you watch it, you then can give an opinion about it. Then my rebuttal would be, well, if people are saying it's shit, I don't want to take and waste my time and watch garbage. But
All right, okay, we could debate this. All right. No,
Well, hold on, let's finish.
change
Hold
it
on,
up.
hold on. Wait. Let's let St. John and Tim talk, and then we'll talk about this. All right.
You guys got 2 minutes.
I give it the same as Nathan.
Yeah.
8.5 out of 10. Yeah,
8
just because it was a couple scenes in there that had a little too much extra that wasn't even needed in there.
Mhm.
But overall, the movie was solid.
I agree. Tim, what about you?
I agree. 8.5. One for me was really it was just a training montage, like Creed 2, the Rocky movies, like a lot of like the other fighting ones gave me a bit more of like shit, I gotta go to the gym and like be one of these fuckers.
Mm.
But this one it was more like he's just,
Mhm.
just working out tremendously just to go beat up his friend.
So Tim, you had a personal relation to that. It wasn't just watching the movie. You thought you were like, damn, I
Hey.
really want to be one of these motherfuckers.
You wanna know what's funny? And you all know what's funny?
What?
Why did we all go to the gym on? You went to the gym on Thursday.
Yeah.
Nathan went to the gym on like Friday.
Oh, I went Wednesday. I skipped Friday.
Oh, did you go Thursday? Then
I went Wednesday.
you went
I
Wednesday.
went running Thursday. Or I went running Friday.
I went walking yesterday and did some workout outside. And
Creed
Hey.
benefited our health. That's what we're hearing.
that's what it
It
did.
really did.
It's like, we need to get
Really
in
changed
shape.
our mindset.
I mean, I've thought about boxing before. Like, I mean, like, look, like now, like, I would obviously I wouldn't go in the ring and fight people immediately. I would probably get clobbered, but I've thought about like doing classes, and if I enjoyed it that much, maybe like going into like an amateur league, like Golden Gloves. But I obviously would need some months of serious like getting in shape, and then two, I mean, I'm drinking a fucking Coors right now. So I mean, I would need a lot of training before I even think about it, but I think that'll be fun. So
I couldn't do it. I mean, I'm too scared of the cranium damage I'd receive because there is no way that I am blocking any punches. It's going straight to the dome.
Yeah.
you'd see Colin like, and then you just get straight to the
You know-
floor and get
You know
that
that
check.
one? You know that one video about Muhammad Ali, and he was in the corner and he was dodging back and forth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
that's how I would be, but every punch would land on me.
That would be fucking hilarious. Gee. I mean, no,
I
that wouldn't be
could
funny at all.
Yeah. I could take a punch, I can throw a punch, but I cannot dodge a punch. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I would have the problem of like, I mean, thank God refs stop fights, because I'd be the fucking idiot who would continue and die in a ring because they'd be like, dude, you can't fight, and I'd be like, no, I got it. Then I wouldn't be able to. I'll be seeing triple. I'd be swinging at someone that doesn't even exist there.
St. John, you seem like the type of guy that would bite someone's ear off in the ring.
Oh
Oh,
my
what?
god.
Why does he seem like that?
Why?
Well, I only said that only because I don't know. You just give off that demeanor. You know, you'd get so angry after punching, and you'd be like, "Come here," and like bite his ear off.
Okay.
You
Mike,
are
just
you
want
are
me to
not
get
comparing him to
disqualified.
Mike Tyson right now. That dude does shrooms now.
Mike Tyson is something else.
Do you know that they made a cartoon based off him?
Oh yes.
It's like-
Mike
it's like-
Tyson's Mystery Adventures.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
weird.
One
gosh.
episode. I did not like it.
It's not that good, but I thought it was kind of funny to just like be like, why does Mike Tyson have his own cartoon? That's like when Shaquille O'Neal had his own game, Shaq Fu.
Hey, don't Shaq Fu was kind of fun though.
No, it was not.
Little
It's a
bit.
shit
A little
game.
bit.
The only reason it got
Exactly.
publicity because Shaq was
That's why
in it.
fun. That's
Does
why it
Shaq
was
still
fun
own
because it was so
Papa
dumb.
Huh?
But it was.
Does Shaq still own Papa John's?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, he still is endorsed by him at least.
I'm gonna look that up.
I mean, Papa
Yeah.
John's is no longer Papa
He
John
got-
anymore.
He got the
You said the
shakaroni.
bad word.
Yeah.
He does have the Shaq. Well, I mean, he's been in all the commercials because after Papa John was racist and shit, and he said he couldn't stop saying the N word, They gave
Oh,
Shaq kind of.
Shaq owns a franchise, like one of the single buildings. But get
Mhm.
this, these are the other things he owns. Auntie Annie's, I think that's that pretzel place in the mall. Five Guys,
Yeah.
24-hour fitness, car washes, and Krispy Kreme. Oh my
Krispy
God.
Kreme.
I mean, it is
Damn, he has a lot
also.
of shit.
What's the insurance? The General.
Salesforce.
The General.
Oh,
Yeah,
The General.
That's
Stop
always
by the
good.
General.
It's General,
Save some time.
Gold Bond, Icy Hot.
I see all the stuff you need to perform.
Man Up with Gold Bond. he has a lot of endorsements, but
He got that money.
he does. I mean, the dude is very charismatic, man. He and he's. I mean, I don't know how good of a dude he is. He sounds like a good dude. Provides for his community, so I have nothing
Oh,
against him
Shaq?
at all. Yeah.
Holy shit! I saw a video of Shaq buying somebody, some dude's engagement ring for him. He was in the store and he goes, "Is this for your girlfriend? Are you going to propose?" And the guy goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "All right, put it on my card."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well,
Shaq seems like a fun guy to be around on the weekend, and then also just like a good dude, like overall. He talks a lot of shit on the court and shit, but like it's well deserved. It's like when Luka on the court starts talking, I'm like, but the dude's good, and like even when he loses, he deals with it rather than trying to think of a talker who just like whines and shit.
LeBron James."
Well,
Wrong.
Hey.
well, I was gonna say he kind of has the top spot. I mean,
He's a
he does whine. I mean, he does whine to the refs a lot, and so does Luka. Luka lately has been whining a lot, and it kind of annoys me. But he's also really good, so it's like hard to. The same with LeBron fans. Now, I don't personally like LeBron all that much because he's a Heat fan and I'm a Pacers fan. But if I can separate that, like LeBron, like providing for his community, he's a good guy. He's a really good basketball player, so I got no beef with him. So. But hey, let's go back to what you were talking about, Colton. You were talking about. I want you to say in your own words your statement of, you can't watch something and have an opinion on something. Yeah. I want you to state exactly what you mean, so then we can debate about this. I want to hear what St. John has to say. I know how Tim feels, but I want to also hear some input from Tim as well.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to say.
All right.
You cannot form an opinion about something you have not seen, plus form an opinion on other people's opinion because of stuff you see online, reviews and everything. Like, for example, Nathan said, what was the movie?
It was Velma.
Oh yeah, it was Velma. And like that show sucked in general. It was god awful. But Nathan said he refuses to watch it because he heard the reviews were bad on it. And they were bad, but you can't refuse to watch it and say that it's bad because you haven't seen it.
So, I'm gonna go on the perspective of the other because that's what I believe. I don't believe if you and me were talking about like plot lines and shit, and I was trying to debate with you, that's nonsense. I haven't seen it. I don't know the specifics, so I couldn't debate with Colton about that. But my point is, if I hear that it's shit, and I have very limited time. Like, I work, 7 to 3 or 7 to 5, depending on the day. Last week I was really busy, so I only had limited time to do what I wanted to do, right? And let's say I dedicate an hour or two of my time to watch whatever I get to watch. If I hear that something is shit, I'm not going to watch it. You know why? Because it's shit. It's a 1.3 out of 10. There's no reason to watch it. So my opinion would be, if I hear that it's dumpster fire, a pile of garbage, I choose to go on the side of, guess what? My opinion that I heard is shit.
Just like She-Hulk.
Okay, but you know what? No, that's the example. But that's the example. Look, you know what? Because Will, my brother, love him. Got, you know, one of my, anyway, he loves Marvel, and he said you can't form an opinion. Same shit as what Colin said. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch this just to prove to you how awful this show is. I watched every minute of She-Hulk. You know how awful. I wanted to literally, like, I was like, I what am I doing? I am wasting my life away. I'm rotting from the inside, and my flesh is rotting. I am growing older and not enjoying myself. I was at home working on the clock, and I was watching it, and I hated every minute. I wish I didn't even do it during work. I wanted to do more work. In fact, it motivated me to do work. I wanted to be done with work. It was so bad. So from then on, I watched, I watched Moon Knight, which I didn't really like, and then I watched Miss Marvel, which was boring as hell. So I was like, I watched 3 shows that weren't very fun to watch, and that were very boring. And then Andor, a lot of people like. I did not really much enjoy. I haven't finished it for that reason, because it was boring. So I was like, look,
It may have gotten better.
there's select shows that I watch, but when I want to watch it, I'll watch it. And maybe if it is I might watch Velma on the occasion of, I want to watch something shitty and make fun of it. But if I had to
No,
choose...
You just don't want to watch it.
No, I don't. I don't want to watch it at all. But I also don't want to, like, feed into something that shouldn't be deserved. Right?
Yeah.
That's another thing. Like, I don't want to be like, you know what, this show's getting renewed for season 2. That makes no sense. The show got
It's the lowest rated anime, or not anime, animated.
What, Velma?
Yeah. Like,
It's
it
getting
hit
a
the
second
record.
season?
Yes. It is,
Like-
right now, out of 10. By the way, this was like 2 months ago, it was a 1.3. It is upgraded to a 1.5.
Wait, so is it not number 1 now?
No, it's still number 1. Nothing has gone a 1.5 out of 10. That is ridiculous. Nothing should get, with millions of dollars, like, okay, it is an HBO Max original. HBO has money. They should not, there's no reason that show should have gotten anything lower than maybe a 5. It could be bad and get a 5. A 1.5 out of 10?
Man.
That is atrocious.
That is god awful.
There is no reason for that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, what's your opinion, St. John, on this subject before I get riled up again?
Hey, now, I have no opinion because I've never seen it.
No, I mean on the subject.
And I choose not to see it.
No, on the opinion of, like, do you need to watch something to have an opinion, or can you base an opinion based on someone else's?
I think it's kind of both ways. It's because it also
God
depends
dang
on.
it. What is, you're supposed to take a side.
It depends on what type of show it is, or it depends on what type of movie it is.
What do you
See,
mean?
Velma?
That doesn't even make sense. Wait, St. John, I want to help. I want you to. Oh no, he's getting off his chair. Look, he left the room. No, like.
No.
Okay, I want to hear. I want to hear it.
It can't go both ways at all.
So Velma, you can't, like, that's the prime example of you could judge that without even watching it, because you could probably tell that might be ass by just looking at how it looks.
Yeah.
She-Hulk.
Maybe. All right.
See, at least you seen She-Hulk, and so you know what it looks like.
Oh, God.
I just have to see it just to see if it's bad or not. I'm just saying.
Wait, hold on. Let's rewind for a second.
Like I said, it depends on the show.
Wait. Okay, so
Well, St. John, thanks for giving your opinion on the shows. Now, please give me your opinion on whether or not you can base your own opinion on other people's opinions.
I guess let me rephrase it. I'm making an assumption on someone's opinion, and I'm okay with that if I don't want to waste my time with shit. Fair?
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, so now, so I agree with you, Colton. You can't base an opinion off someone else's opinion, but I am making an assumption on someone else's opinion because I don't want to
Well-
waste my time.
But
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
this
yeah.
this all stems back to the Game of Thrones because we were talking about Game of Thrones at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember that. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
you said you didn't want to watch it because
No. Actually, I said I am still gonna watch Game of Thrones, but the whole debate was like, why did Game of Thrones directors lose the Star Wars trilogy? And I said the assumption was, based on other people saying they did a shit job with season 8 of Game of Thrones, so they lost the rights to make a trilogy in Star Wars. And then you're like, but you said, wait, season 8 was actually really good. And I said, well, I'm basing the opinion off of other people that said it's bad, including like my dad, who's seen it, and other people. And you're like, you can't do that. And that's how the conversation went, based on our various debates that we
Okay.
always are nonsense.
Don't they have like 12 seasons?
No, they had 8.
Oh, it's 8?
Yeah. The
Oh,
final
okay.
season was 8.
Dang, how the final season be bad?
Because there is legitimate reason. No. Well, I mean, I haven't seen it.
Run out of ideas or
Well,
something?
no, so the book had not been written yet. So the directors had to write the last season because they couldn't wait that long for the last book to be written. So they were like, let's just film and end it, because they're really antsy about making the trilogy. But then there was this thing where they took like a Netflix deal, but at the same time, Kathleen Kennedy, the director for like Star Wars, was also like, they have a hard time managing their projects, so we're not gonna sign them for a trilogy. That's based on like rumors and based on like.
They should have been finished that book then.
Well,
That's
we'll talk to George R.R. Martin and tell him to finish writing his book. I think he wanted to write. I don't think he gave two shits about it, how the show was doing. He was like, I just want to write a good book, because the show's based off the book.
Mm-hmm. He should have finished the book. That's on him. He should have finished the book. That's why he ain't get no trilogies, because they should have finished the book.
What do you think, Tim?
That's on him.
For the topic at hand.
Oh!
I am with Colton. Well, I'm kind of with Colton and also St. John too, because on certain things that you'll see in media and stuff and say like, "Oh, that sucks" and whatever, and he kind of had a bad reputation, beforehand. Then I think you can go off the opinions of the people, but Colton. I agree with Colton. If you have not seen something or actually gained any knowledge about the show, the knowledge, the show or the movie or the miniseries or whatever, I feel like you can't give a full opinion about it until you gain some type of knowledge of the show itself.
Fair.
This is why you
I don't agree with you, but yeah.
Stuffed animals.
What?
Who, me or Colt?
Colton, he cut out.
Oh, sorry, I was yelling at Leia.
Leia's
Tore up
always.
her door.
You got in trouble, Leia.
All right. Well,
what's the next topic?
what was the next one? Oh, Tim, you get to present it.
Oh, is this the okay? Now I'm rethinking about
Bring it together,
purpose.
Tim. Reel it in. All right, come on.
Oh, I'm
Come on,
nervous
cowboy.
now.
Let's go. Come on, you got it.
You're not standing up in front of the whole class, Tim. This is three
Well, I'm
guys.
staying up, and
That
whoever else is. Okay, so right now I have a big question about
See how it got darker?
the WNBA because I want to see this division of sport for women to become more popular and to get, maybe not get equal recognition as the NBA, but get the recognition and the appreciation it deserves for the women that's going out there and pouring their hearts out into it. And A, not getting enough fans, B, not being paid enough, and C, just kind of be pushed to the sidelines, because of because I guess of the gender in a sense of the women's sport. Now, right now, I guess to have a broad question is, what are some ways or what are some things that you guys have seen, heard, or seen on any forums and stuff that might improve the WNBA? Because actually, I'm actually going to give an example for tennis. Tennis, when we say tennis, it's not like male tennis or female tennis. It's just tennis. Like you see, actually, the biggest names is like Serena Williams, Star Williams. Crap. There was a lot of more names I could have thought of, but those are the two main ones
Feel
that.
So
Yeah.
just the Williams.
No, but my point is still standing because sports like tennis or sports like ice skating, like they
Yeah.
are more
Okay, don't
broad
get that.
between male and female. But
That's
for
true.
the WNBA and NBA, it's just like everybody's like, nah, we're not focused on NBA. We're just focused on NBA. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Jordan Love. Like know all of them names, but you don't know any of their.
You just say Jordan Love.
No. So,
This is not the NFL.
I know. I'm thinking of random names. Don't worry about that. But guys, what are some ways that we could possibly improve, or things you've seen that can improve the WNBA?
I want to say as a full
Shut it
disclaimer,
Oh,
in
I'm just kidding.
the very very beginning, from the get-go, I want a disclaimer. Yes, for men trying to figure out why the WNBA should be better is probably not going to be the most sound advice. Just as a
It's
by the
not.
way, yeah, I just.
And look, for
I just
anyone
wanna-
watching,
No, I mean, I'm
I
just
also
being honest. Like, if someone would present this clip to the board, saying, "All right, guys, we got the sound plan. Here's four dudes who have the proper way of fixing the WNBA from getting more publicity."
This
They're
is,
probably not gonna
this is
listen
going to
to
be our
this.
4th video,
Mhm.
and this is why we still have 100% viewers being male.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I mean,
St. John, I want to hear your opinion about it first.
yeah. You watch WNBA probably the most out of all of us.
That's true. That's true.
Wait, why did it take you so long to admit that?
That's true.
No, that wasn't a dig. That was just saying, like, I've just, like, okay, wait, hold on. When we were roommates at the duplex and stuff, like, I remember, like, you'd turn on the WNBA.
We was watching trash WNBA.
Oh.
I'm gonna just say that. Well, the game we watched at the duplex was not that good. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Like-
okay, what do you mean by bad? Like, what? Like, was it just bad playing? Like, was it just not fun to watch?
Both. Both.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Like,
It
I
was-
don't. No, go ahead.
It was just, I don't know, at that time when we was watching, we might have watched the wrong game then. Because,
We were also watching. I think we were watching college.
no, we was watching the Fever play.
Oh,
It was-
you're right. You're right.
It
You're
was
right.
the Fever versus LA Sparks, I want to say.
Dude, I don't know any more than the Fever.
So my question to you, St. John, is like, have you ever seen something similar in an NBA game? Like, have you ever seen a bad NBA game like you're describing?
Of course. There's plenty of bad NBA games to watch.
Yeah, okay,
Like,
okay.
that's like watching the Houston Rockets versus the Detroit Pistons right now. They are bad.
Yeah.
Or Charlotte versus Houston Rockets. Like, just bad NBA.
I think what's interesting, to be honest, is how much bigger women's college basketball is than the WNBA. Because reality, those college players are going to the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm on ESPN right now, and I'm looking at the tabs that are presented first. First of all, NFL is still in the first tab. That season's over. And then it goes NBA, NHL, Like that makes sense. And then it's NCAA men's basketball, NCAA women's basketball, soccer, and then the 3 dots. I mean, you have to go out of your way to find MLB, tennis, MMA, which, I mean, some of those make sense. Like, I don't care about MLB. There's so many games. And plus, the season hasn't really started, so that makes sense, too.
Yeah.
But,
MLB.
NCAA football's over, so it's not until next season, which I find interesting that the NFL tab is still there, even though that season's
because
over.
The combine.
Well,
because
right,
the
but
combine.
still, like, I mean, like, only
Yeah, I
so
guess
many
the
people are
combine is-
following that. Like,
Yeah, because it's free agency time, and these teams are getting ready for the draft and stuff.
so
That's why it's still a tab up there.
right. So I'm looking at so I'm gonna look at a score for the WNBA recently.
What, last summer?
I guess it would have been last summer. I was trying to find a game for recently, but I can't. There's only
Like you will really have to search for it.
okay. I'm just gonna WNBA.
I don't know. It's just something about watching college basketball. It don't matter if it's men's or women's basketball in college. It's just more fun.
Yeah, we lost Tim.
He can't
He
just
did
drop
cut
a
out.
topic and then leave.
Yeah, it's just more fun to watch college.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just compare the professional sports. So NBA, like I'm looking at scores right now. It's like 130 to 126, 125 to 122, 113 to 105, 102 to 86, 122 to 119. And then let's go to like a WNBA score. And I'm pull them up.
3-3.
It's not 3-3. That's so bad.
Ends up in a tie. They got tired of playing.
All right, I'm gonna put 2022 because it's not
He
gonna.
said, he said 3-3.
But here's seriously like the finals last year. Here's some of the scores. Ready? 78-71, 85-71, 72-63, 97-92. That's kind of high. 64-67. That's really low. And then 105-76. So no one's winning. There's not many games there that are only by like a small margin. There's one game winning by 30, another game winning by 14. Like, so the margins are really off, I feel like. And then they're not high scoring. Like 93-68, that's not a close game probably for the most part. 100-62, that's a 38 point.
It's because I guess it's like probably one of the best teams in the WNBA is going up against one of the worst teams.
Oh, right, but I'm just saying, like, it's not. So my guess is this: there's not much competition. So, like, you have your really good teams, and then you got your shit teams, right? On top of, they're averaging about 80 points a game per team. So total like 150 to 160. So like not as much scoring's happening. The competition between the teams are either neck and neck or really off. It's so drastic. And then on top of when you get in the NBA, now it varies because you got you have your crap teams, but also at least with those crap teams you see them score. Like the lowest score tonight was 86.
And that
The
was
lowest.
And that was the Hornets against the Nets. No, those are not two that great of teams.
Hey, now the Nets. I ain't gonna say
The
all
Nets
that,
are
but-
no, the Nets is kind
No,
of
the
good.
Nets.
Tim, name one team player from the Nets.
I don't, but
Michael
I just
Bridges, Cam Johnson.
No, I didn't ask you, Sane. I asked Tim. Tim, put your camera on.
it is.
So they
oh, my
got a
thing-
squad. Even though they traded off Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, they ended up getting good pieces from that trade, from both trades. I
Yeah.
think they still got a squad.
They might. I was just saying, like, I mean, they have a winning record, so I'll give them that.
They got guys that's on that team that've been starters on other teams.
Right. That's true. That's
So-
true.
And that's why they're able to play good together because they're able. without having that other superstar, they're able to play great together
That's true.
because nobody on that team is like a superstar.
Oh, I guess they
so-
do. They have Patty Mills on that team.
Patty Mills.
He's stayed
Yeah.
in the league so long. But yeah, I mean, and this is nothing against the WNBA, but every single time I've seen to watch, there is a lot of missed shots. And for a professional league, you feel like you'd see less of that. And maybe that's good defense. Maybe that's really good defense, and the NBA doesn't have that good of defense anymore. But I don't know. I feel like that'd be naive also to say. Again, I have nothing against the WNBA. But I think there is a very good reason there is not as much competition.
Skill level.
Skill level, but also like in terms of like, okay, NBA, what do we see more of than WNBA?
Everything.
Skill.
Dunking.
Dunking, three-point
Three-pointer,
shots, like,
yeah. So
like half-court shots at the very last like second of the game, and
right.
like it's like literally 50-50
Making a
chance.
shot in
Right.
general.
Now, and then
Jesus, Colton, you better get us canceled.
He said,
I mean,
He's
I
so
said that, but in a nicer fashion. He just went out and said, "Hey, they just miss." But no, I mean, but like now, part of it is the NBA promotes themselves a
So
lot,
well.
and part of it is the stereotype of like, "Hey, men are better than women in sports." That is apparent, but it all like also when you watch both, right, and they're both professionals. You're like, if you were sitting in a room and you had one WNBA game on and an NBA game on, and you didn't even
Which one
think
you
about, you're going to watch the NBA game. Right? And why is that? Because you know all the players who are on that team because it's heavily promoted.
Mhm.
2, there's dunking, there's three-point shots, it's competitive, all that stuff is being thrown at you, and you know that. And that's, I think, part of it. Compared to, like, the WNBA, that's not really heavily promoted, right?
Mhm.
I don't know a single WNBA player, right? Part of that is my
Can't name
fault.
One.
No, yeah, part of that is my fault, because I don't watch
You can't name
WNBA.
a former player.
No.
You
Hey,
can't
Joe,
name.
why is that surprising?
You can't name at least one former player, even for the Fever. You could name one former.
No, honestly, and that's not. And I'm just saying this just because I never really watched WNBA, right?
Well,
And
there's one that's been in the news that you should know.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
well, I don't remember her name. I'm so. Could you say it, Tim?
Brittany Griner.
There you go. Okay, I just want to hear you say it. That was a
Good old
test.
Brittany.
Because I know you're playing your game. I hear the buttons mashing on your fingers. All right.
Bro, I'm putting in an application. What are you talking
No,
about?
you are not.
Actually,
I
dead
know.
ass, I was not 2 seconds ago.
With the Brittany Grinder situation, I'm not gonna go into that because we might
No.
get canceled if I
No,
go
we're not
right
talking
into
about
that.
that. We're not talking about
Well, that's nothing. I
We're
just
not at that level of podcast yet.
that. No, we're not.
We might
So-
get canceled.
Yes, all the-
So, Tim, someone who brought up this topic, what?
You're welcome.
And,
Hey,
oh, we didn't even get a wave.
we get away.
Tim, I'm hurt.
Oh, man.
I am too. Just
What?
sat on my nutsack.
Oh, what?
Same.
What? Why is that same? What are you guys doing? Sit in the chair properly.
I just
Well,
do that
sometimes
right now.
it slips. Like, damn, what you want me to do? Shit.
Hey,
It slips.
sometimes your nut do slip out for some reason, for some
Okay.
odd reason.
Cole,
And you accidentally
why?
hit
Why am I
your-
hearing
like,
banging from the
let's-
other
let's
side of my
move.
room? What is
Because
Leia doing
it's
in there?
Cole, what
You
is
hear
you doing?
banging?
I literally heard so. Maybe it was above me, but I thought like Leia was running into walls or something.
Oh, no. Ladies
Not
and gentlemen,
again.
Making biscuits.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the WBA could be they could do a lot of stuff. Now equal pay, I'm not sure. It's according to their commissioner and how
Mhm.
she runs
Well,
things.
well, it's part of.
Well, I feel like there's definitely funds being held back, but
You think so?
like I think that the availability can be better of the funds, but the actual like how much they get paid is just
Oh shit.
based on what.
Them damn kids are playing with them Nerf guns outside again. They, literally every single time I hear them cursing outside, and then I hear them popping their Nerf guns, and I always get fucking like because I think something bad's gonna happen, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I hear the
Wait,
pop, 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 pop.
They're
You
Nerf
think-
guns?
I don't know what type of guns they are, but I'm just saying like as I hear them, and like begin when I hear like a little higher than anyway, I was just like I heard more than just your voice, and I was like, shit, what do I hear? I left my window open, that's why. So shit, anyway.
Oh, going back to it, Matt. Finish mine off. Like the availability of the funds are there. Like they should get paid more. Funds are being held back, but I don't know if it's true, but they get a certain percentage of the revenue that the actual like association makes. So like they don't make that much money. They don't make as much money as much revenue as the NBA. So it's almost impossible to pay them more. Like I mean, based on
I mean, it's not impossible. It's just improbable at the moment.
yeah, okay, yeah. That's a at the moment, yes.
I
They're not
just-
there's go on.
I just think like part of it is they just don't make as much money. I don't think their viewership is as good, and I think part of it could be that commissioners holding off to but like I think more of it is they don't get very many viewers. I don't know a single NBA player. I forgot about Brittany Griner. No offense to Brittany Griner, I just forgot about that whole situation because I don't watch the WNBA.
Well, see, that's kind of fucked up. I was still worried about her well-being, regardless if she was an NBA player or not. That's one of
Oh my
America's
God,
people in
Tim! Do
Russia.
not do this parasocial shit. You were not worried about her.
I really was.
Tim,
Bro,
you made
it
I
personal.
was
I-
following the
I ain't
news
gonna
just
lie
to
to
make
you.
sure.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I did kind of forget about her after like 5 months.
Thank you. Don't throw me in the
Monsters.
fucking ditch saying like, "Oh, then you're a piece of shit." You forgot about
I
her.
didn't say that. You said
That's
that.
pretty much what you were saying.
And
You were
then-
implying
and
this.
then-
I didn't.
And
That's
then
what
once
said.
they
You said it's
once
kind of fucked up that I forgot about it. That is basically throwing me in the fucking butt
I
under the
didn't
bus.
say that. I didn't
Yes,
say all
you
that.
did. I
just-
can literally pull up the clip. You know what?
Please
That'll be a
don't.
clip, and it'll be like, I didn't say that. You exactly said that.
Okay.
I got
okay,
this receipts.
I did forget. Okay, when she did pop up in the news and we actually got her back, I'm like, okay, good. She's back in the States and everything. We made the trade for the Russian arm dealer. Wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
the best move or anything for her, but,
the
I'm
most
just glad that she
dangerous
was
man
safe when-
alive.
Yeah, wasn't he
I
called
did
Black Death or something?
Yeah.
He literally has a nickname like called like the Black Death or something. I wanted to.
Bro, you mean the fucking,
Russian
plague?
arms dealer.
Yeah, I think they made him the most dangerous
Merchant
man.
of Death. That's what he's
Yeah.
named after. That shit is fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
That's badass, though. Imagine
Real
being
question
named
is,
the Merchant.
How in the
of Death.
world did he get captured here?
He's been captured here before. Here's the only thing. They made the trade since we had him on hand.
Mm,
He was basically leverage in a sense.
yeah.
Was it good? No. Did we do it? Fuck yeah, we did.
There are a
Man.
lot of memes going on about that, saying like a U.S. Marine or like soldiers being held in custody in Russia, and they're like, "Oh, they're gonna let me free," and they're like, "Oh no, they're actually letting Brittany Griner go free." And who they trade for? The Merchant of Death. They're like, huh? I mean, like, again, like I'm happy that. Because due to the whole scenario of Brittany Griner, like it wasn't over just like some weed and shit. With like, part of me
It
is
wasn't
like,
even like It wasn't even weed. It was literally CBD oil, which is still THC, but damn.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I
Say
get.
I wasn't gonna get into this, but like I said, you also got if you go over to those countries,
Yeah,
they have certain laws and regulations you have
yeah,
to follow.
yeah.
And if
Don't
you
get
don't,
captured in
and
North
you
Korea.
and you,
Jesus.
No, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Tim starts talking this
and
episode. He's throwing out all the hot takes.
and if you like don't like really pay attention to the laws and regulations,
Mm.
then that's on you. I'm sorry, that's on you.
Yeah, I was
And I'm
really.
not sure if she didn't look at it. I'm not sure if she didn't pay attention to the laws and stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for any other person that go over there, will go overseas, just make sure you look at the rules and regulations.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I mean, I think it's really stupid on why she got arrested, but at the same time, like, hey, like, know ahead of time what you're getting into. Like,
Mhm.
don't if it mentions like weed or CBD oil that you can't hold, like, just relax
Probably
and
chuck
just
that
like.
shit. Chuck it when she was in her hotel. Like, yo, Russia,
Well,
Ukraine is going
or
to.
don't pack it, or why not just don't pack it? I
Because
mean,
she was
like,
trying to get a good buzz. I ain't gonna diss her for trying to, get a
no,
little.
Tim. See, you would be Brittany Griner in this situation in Russia in custody
No,
because you
because
always
I'm
want to
the
get a
one that
good
yeets it
buzz,
out the window. I'm like,
dude. No,
yeet.
because this
I
goes back to the Josh Gordon shit. All right, can you just have a little bit of moderation and will and say I'm gonna stop so I can enjoy my life and get paid and play in the NFL or play in the WNBA and not get in trouble.
He
No.
different. He couldn't
No,
do it.
no, no. It is different. I'm just saying it's the same thought process of,
Yes.
hey, I don't want to get in trouble.
Hmm.
I want to live a good life. The NFL is pretty much the fucking good life, right? You get paid millions of dollars to play a sport, right? You get paid to work out, look good, you get endorsements,
And
play
advertise.
advertise. You get like pretty much the whole off season off. You get to like work out and shit. I mean, like, it's a good life. Most majority of people don't get to live that life. And if you can't handle yourself and have the will to stop smoking pot or doing substance abuse or, for the instance like John Morant recently with like
I was
posting
just
on
gonna say
Instagram
that.
live, right? If you
Um,
can't control yourself, like that's on you and you need to
hmm
fix yourself, right? And
Oh, I saw that. I think he had every right to do it, but it was maybe if you're signed, if you have a contract with a team, maybe you don't post it everywhere and make them. I'm not saying look bad as much as you
wait,
know.
wait, you agree that he should have posted on Instagram live with the gun
No,
in
no,
it?
no, no, no. I'm saying like what he was doing was okay. Like in the party, but like he shouldn't have posted it online.
Oh, I mean, if you
yeah,
want
he
to be
was
at a
up.
party, like, so be
Yeah,
it.
you could post that.
Yeah,
But like, what about him holding the gun in Instagram Live?
He was fine until he pulled that gun up.
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, if it was his gun, then I think he can. He has every right to
Yeah, but like the
know it.
whole thing is like you're an idol to kids and the W and
Well, no,
not
that's
W.
see, that's what I was saying. I
Yeah.
was like, you got to keep something you have a contract with a good reputation,
Oh,
and that
right,
just
right,
didn't look good.
right. And the whole
Especially if you're the superstar.
yep,
Yeah,
yeah. Your all eyes are on you, and that's
Hmm.
my whole thing is like
Oh.
have the will and control to be like, hey, you know what? I am living a really good life. And if I mean, why do you think like Kawhi Leonard is so quiet? Now we've seen
Because
posts
he's
with him
quiet.
in like I think whatever the club and, but that's other people posting that. That's not him. So that's different. You know what I mean? He's not blatantly like, hey, look at me, I'm doing all this like shit. That's other people spotting him, and he probably doesn't want to be spotted, and shit like that. So I think it's different, but it's like it's disappointing to see when people get a chance at something good, and they just can't control it, and then they lose it, and then they take it for granted, And then from there, like, Josh Gordon's in the XFL. That is a joke league, okay? I don't care what you say. That league sucks. I watched a whole game. It wasn't interesting till the last 2 minutes. That
They
shit
got
was
the original
boring.
rules of football. They got the original rules of football.
That 3-2-1 last yeah, I thought that was weird. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it was a weird. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, like, I didn't like the kickoff rule. I don't get
Is
it.
it the like they all like are they all like lined up with each other?
So for two things with the XFL, they line up like 10 or 5 yards away from each other so no one can like hurt someone. And then
Right.
two, instead of onside kicks, they allow it's like a make it take it rule. But they have to make it like I feel like it's like 20 yards or something. I would have to like look it up. But basically if they make that conversion within that down, they get the ball, and if they don't, then instead of doing like an onside. But they can't do an onside unless they're down or tied. So it's very interesting. I'm just kind of like, the whole point of an onside that makes it interesting is you're doing the onside kick and recovering it. You're not doing a regular play and trying to convert. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's still difficult to do 20 yards and shit, but like, the onside is still cool because it's your own team recovering it, and I don't know. I just think the XFL is stupid. I tried watching it, but it's just like, one, it doesn't have the prestige. Two, you're watching the players who didn't make the NFL. AJ McCarron, Josh Gordon's in the Seattle Sea Dragons, and
They made it.
who are currently not in it.
Okay, that's what you had to say.
But you know what I mean? It's not the best football.
I think it still is. I think it's good for. Okay, it ain't the best football because it's not NFL,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still really good football because there are a lot of former NFL players that are in that league.
And maybe I watched a bad game. Maybe it was just one bad game. I shouldn't rate it off one. But I was just like, it's like if you were presented. Okay, let's give an example. St. John, in my hand, I have Black Panther 1 and I have Black Panther 2, right? Which one are you going to pick?
First one.
The first one. But let's say I held it behind my back and said, hey, you know what? We're only offering Black Panther 2 during the spring. We'll offer Black Panther 1 during the fall when it's available. Right? You're not going to be happy because you don't want to watch Black Panther 2. You want to watch Black Panther 1. Right?
I'll probably wait.
Exactly. So that's why I'm not watching XFL, because I'd rather just wait and watch the real thing. In reality,
I think it's all entertainment purposes only. That's what I think.
yeah, I mean, if I'm bored, you know, I can watch it. But like, do I go out of my way and watch it? No. That's my thing. Colin, what are you reading? You are hyper focused on something.
Yeah, I was on Instagram. I was seeing a story, and I saw a cute puppy video too.
You should have shown it to Leia.
She barks at the dog.
Look.
Is she asleep?
Yeah.
With the blanket in her mouth.
She did that yesterday.
Wait, nah, she was just kind of cuddling with it.
Like, she wasn't asleep. I know she wasn't asleep. If she knows you're up and she knows that and Nathan's up, she is not gonna be asleep.
Nathan's too loud when he gets riled up. My voice is actually hurting. I might call in sick tomorrow.
All in sick.
I'm just kidding. I can't do that. I have so much work to do.
Well, are we calling it wraps for the podcast?
I mean, we can, but
we
know what?
covered a decent amount.
You said what?
I just said we covered a decent amount.
Yeah. I gotta go take a bio break too.
Bruh.
Oh God. Oh God.
Well, all right.
A
Well,
bio break.
Tim, I want you to close this out.
How many
All right,
minutes
guys,
is it gonna
thanks
take
for-
you to take the bio break?
10.
You said 30 minutes, 40 minutes,
No, 10
4
minutes.
hours.
No, just 4. I don't know why I put up this thing. Just 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
No way it's gonna take you 4 minutes to take a
All right,
shit.
maybe 10. Maybe 10.
Mhm.
It depends on the social media that I see.
Exactly. You gotta keep yourself entertained while you in there.
It gets boring.
Mm-hmm. It get hot too.
What?
I believe everybody can relate to that fully naked on the toilet time.
Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
Scrunched over.
Stomach hurting.
See,
Yeah.
I swear to God, you know how we were.
Why do we always get to pooping by the end of the episode? Why we almost made it, and then you had to talk about pooping.
Hey, you blame Cole for this.
I do.
Tim, before we talk about it anymore, you got to close this out.
Oh.
Everybody, thanks for watching the Pointless Debate. We'll see you next time. This is a Pointless Debate signing off.